Hello winners and welcome to this week's Did You Crush It? Boom. Boom. Well, let's see. Today this video is a live session that I have sometimes every Friday when I'm able to. So today I'm able to, and we're going to go through what has really happened this week, what can we really learn from this week, and how can we maintain our positions, our health, and all of that. So I really want everyone who is here today and in the replay, if you're not able to be here live, I would rather say use this Friday, this weekend, to watch what have we done now in January. How has January been for you? Has it been crappy? Has it been amazing? What is your entries? Hello, Stan. I am very fantastic today. You know what? Today is a fantastic day. Every day is a fantastic day. And if somebody's going to take my positivity away, welcome. But today is a fantastic day. Not bad for you? Well, I want everyone who comes here today, I will probably mention it a couple of times already. I will mention it many times. I want to know your trades. What were your entries and how can we review them and make them even better, right? So we'll go through mine. I will try to be as transparent as my brain remembers it to be. And yeah, what else? My name is Vidal. I'm a Forex trader and I'm an economist, and I'm here to help you becoming a better Forex trader. I have been trading for over 7 years now, and I basically do this because I have seen that so many people are out there struggling to make not only profitable trades, but also consistently profitable trades. What does that mean? That means that people are trading left and right and left and jumping from system to system. There is no consistency in what you are doing, and that really breaks my heart sometimes, and it really wants me to help you out. So that's why we have this session today, to help you out to become better. And I think we'll try to start off with Euro USD. All right. Does that sound amazing? Maybe we'll spend a lot of time with it. I'm sorry, but just that's what my plan is. Great. Just publishing off my Facebook page on ivanfx.com as well. So, not ivanfx, on YouTube. So, where are we this week then? On EURUSD, I would say trading is for is not a property for everyone. Past performance is not negative future results. That's all. What I was going to talk about today in this video, in this webinar, in this live, is only education purposes and not investment advice. But where we opened up here, I said this is the sell and this is the sell. How did that go really? I can't remember the exact entry I had on the euro, but I think I had a short here. And when we came up here, I freaked out. For whatever reason, maybe it was lack of sleep, bad sleep. Hi Shane, welcome today. Maybe it was lack of sleep, just poor mentality or whatever it was. But today this week I was actually not in a good state. Here I took exit on all my trades. So I'll go through all of those trades, say sooner or later. And I missed that drop. I thought that was a break higher. I thought, okay, great, we are no longer bearish. Even though I knew that M3 is going to be the price that we're going to respect. Okay, all right. And then we went down for a sell, and I was like, cool. Is now we should start buying? So in my mind, I took a very small lot down here, very much lower than I normally took, and I took a buy here. I brought it out at break even, maybe 10 pips profit or something like that, just very small, and I don't remember why. Maybe it was the last candle just before it started going up, or if it was actually this pullback here. Actually, I took it out of, and I don't understand why. So for me, going through what I did this week is, why didn't I just had a buy, sell entry there, and if I so should buy, why did I buy there? That was my trade plan. Why didn't I follow the rules? I guess I'm also human. So I sold here, got out here for some crazy reason, bought here, got out here for some crazy reason. Absolutely terrible week. Because I didn't follow my process. It's all come to my process. What should I do in this situation? I should have stop loss above here. I should be well in profit by then. I should also have sold here. I should also have been in profit, stop loss up there, but I didn't take it. Why? Psychology. Lack of sleep. So I have then identified, I will write that down in my journal, that I have started in my mentorship group. I'm starting to journal, and I will write that today. I hope that this week was not good because I did not get enough sleep. So next week I will start sleeping more, having better sleep. Running and exercising sleep is important for my health, and I believe also your health. I don't know if your coach is talking about it, but I want to talk to you about it. Muhammad says, I'm looking for shorts from daily lower high at 122.22. Okay. You want price to come up here. Why would you want to challenge that price? I wouldn't dare. In a trend, you want lower low, lower high. So right now you said you want price to come up to the same high and still consider that to be a good sell? No, that's not a good sell. Not in my book. Not what I want to teach you to look for. Why? Because that just sets up for double bottom, higher high, higher low. That is the last leg you want to see. You see what I mean? Here, if you really want to go short and really say, how is this? I don't think this reversal is going to work out, though. If this was a reversal, if this actually is a reversal, the reason why I don't think is a reversal because of this here. But if it was a reversal, that is what I train you to do. This is the first step. Lack of a higher high. No, yeah, no, you want a high in the reversal. You want a lack of a lower low. So just a low. So high, low, then you have a higher high, and then you want a higher low. And that's where you buy. So this is, if this was a reversal, if this is actually is a reversal, that is what you're looking for. No, that is something you don't want to look for in a sell. And if you want to sell up here, I wouldn't do it. But current price at what's 2180 is, I would say, the last option you have. I don't want price to break up here. That's my personal opinion. But that's that. The other question is, how do you manage your day? How do you manage your trades? And I overmanaged this week because it should be simple order, take profit, and break even. Straightforward, nothing else. All right. So I hope you also start journaling or writing down to journal, because I do it, and that's the only way I can identify the mistakes. I'd make mistakes. I don't know if you make mistakes, but I believe you make mistakes as well. Whenever you do that once a year or every week or every day or whatever minute you do, it doesn't matter. If you write them down, and I also write down the emotion before I start trading. How was I feeling? Am I stressed? Am I not stressed? Because I then identify what happens in my trading when I'm stressed. I start making mistakes. I start over trading. I start doing poorly. Okay. Let's go into Aussie dollar. Well, this one should actually save me, but it's still over managing. I sold here. I did not sell here because it, and then that would be maybe taking me out, maybe not. I don't know. But I stopped out here on Australian dollar, US dollar, because this is the leading indicator, leading in front of everybody else. So since Aussie dollar is already here now, that is going to lead EURUSD lower as well next week. But what I have missed and I beat myself up for right now is, why did I trade in the middle of a range? That is not what I teach myself. That is not what I teach you to do. So currently we are in a range. Is trading ranges a place where I make money? No. And now, today, this week was also not today, but this week was also another example of I don't make money in ranges. So I will just wait. Because as long as we still hold 76, hey gambler. Yeah, but I wouldn't have been stopped out, but I stopped out myself because of my own psychology. Do you appreciate the honesty now? Or do you want to sugarcoat it and just go to whatever we're supposed to do next week? Do you, what do you call it? Do you understand? Do you want the honesty? Yeah, great. Because I can, well, I'm happy anyways. But yeah, I would want that answer to that question. Because what I want to go through now, did you crush it this week? Also comes down to, did you crush it earlier? And are you going to continue to crush it? All right. Are you going to continue to be the one with stealth? Right. So I found some indicators for you called some moving averages and whatever. And this is the 100 one. And the black one is 21. Okay. So it looks like as long as the price is above 21, we're still going higher. Great. And if you take that as a thing, is once it breaks below, that is a warning sign for it to go lower later, okay? And then we have just continued. For this week, we were here, okay? What does that mean? That was the buy price, okay? So are we then going to be a buyer in that area? Buyers were supposed to be buyers in that area. But what happened? When it hit the 100 daily moving average, EMA actually, it did not make a new high. It continued in the range. And I'm thinking, what do we do next week? I think we're going to fall. I don't want it to fall, but it seems like it's going to fall. And by the way, that has been my theory ever since 1st of January. And I started to talk about that back in December. And then, where are we going, mate? Where are we going? I don't know. But what if we go down to the buy price of 75? Wouldn't that be great? What if we're going to 73? I don't think we're going down to 73. I think that's too far. But you never know. So in my findings that I have done the past week, yesterday, sorry, is that on the daily, if we just kept buying whenever price was at support, we would make money. And then we stop when it makes a lower low, and we start continuing to buy when it makes a higher high again. Is it that difficult? And now we have started to range, and we might have a newer low, and God knows whatever is going to happen now. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm just thinking, what if we have a turn down to this moving average here that's going to be up here, and by the time this comes down here, we are down to 75-ish area. That is fantastic news. Do you know why that's fantastic news? Because we have now just said that we can get an even better price. We can get more profits. But we just have to wait some minutes and some days and some hours. So if you come back, there might be a lower price. That means whatever we have done here, we can erase and get a better price. The thing is that I also want you to focus on is back in 2009. Okay. I want to do an experiment with you. Here, the Australian Bank of Australia was cut interest rates. Price was falling and started to rise, and then it cut also here somewhere around here. And then price rising. And you can see it's still a pretty good uptrend with one smaller outbreak there. Goes up, stops. Why did it stop here? Around October 21st, 2009. Australia interest rate history. Great. Let me do it. Set the correct one. Back in 2009, wasn't it? I can't see that apparently. Historical data. Whatever is here then. Point being, around, I can see I can find it faster than that. 7th of October 2009, they increase interest rates here. Isn't that fantastic? On this day, they increase interest rates. What happened to price? Well, price stopped. So we can just be buyers of the Australian dollar, US dollar until we get a rate increase. But somebody said, like a bird told me, that they're going to tell us when they're going to do it. So we're just going to continue buying then. I like that and I love that, and I hope that you really appreciate that small lesson, because if we can just continue, and we just buy, and if we get, I'm just buying right now, but once we get a higher high and we get it to stick, it doesn't stop us out, it will just increase and increase. Hi Gambler, is Bitcoin falling and dollar rise, is that interrelated? Yes. Somehow, somewhere. Because Bitcoin is safe haven. Not. That is not Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up when dollar goes up, when dollar goes down. So if dollar goes up, what would happen to Bitcoin? Bitcoin goes down. The other thing with Bitcoin is, I'm just going to be very straight with you guys, is I remember saying one day, BTC/USD, that this was the top. Oh, I said this was the top. Okay, that was the top. And now it went down to 29. Well, great. But that was almost the target for the week. So we have reached too high too fast. The market pulled out, took in some profit. It was too much for them, and then great. Is this now where they start to buy? Probably not. I don't know, but I don't think so. Because on the daily, that is a new lower low, and that is a lower high. That one is just a pullback. The question now becomes, is it going to do that, or is it just going to do that? I don't know. But I'm more interested about that's the top and price falling more than if it's going to rise or fall. All right. Got the concept. So where's Bitcoin going next? That was the top. And if it now makes a new higher high, I don't think it's a new higher high. I think it's a double top if it goes up here. Why? Because now they have fooled you into buying it. Something like happened here. Does it look familiar to you? This top here. And this top here. Great. What else? Gold. I didn't trade gold this week, by the way. And I said in the mentorship group yesterday that I would expect around the 15 to 16 hour candle to be a low. I was wrong. Sorry. I missed it by 1 hour. I was a bit late. Sorry, mate. The question is this bullish or bearish? For gold, is not a good idea for this one to fall. But the question is, do we make a higher high here? Let's see what we did back in December 2020, because it looks very similar, I might say. Where is 20? There. Yeah. Market thought, okay, great. We have too much buying pressure. Let's take some profit. Let's go. And then boom, we go up. And then we go up. And then we fall down before it starts rising again. Okay, so we have the range. We have the range. We have the false top. F top. And then the false low. So where are we now? The range. Oops. The false top. And when are we getting the false bottom? I don't know. Probably in February, maybe. So my heart is shattered about gold, and I'm really angry that I didn't do that. But remember, the energy stored in gold is great. So whenever this one starts to, whenever everyone comes together and starts to drive this market up, if it's in January, if it's in February, if it's in March, if it's in June, whatever the month is, I think it's going to go. I don't think it's going to go. I think it's going to go something like that. Accelerating, and then goes up, and then all of a sudden it stops. Okay, that's just me. And this is just market manipulation making you tired until they figure out how to make you tired, and then you're out, and then they rise the market. So just be patient. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Didn't I tell you guys? I didn't tell you guys I sold this one. I'm sorry. I sold this one. What was the great entry of this Majesty? I think I sold it a couple of hours ago, and somewhere in this area. Come on, Ivy. There it is. Somewhere in this area. So I'm currently in profit. Let me check the price. The price of what? Price was yeah, around there, around 71.80 something. So what is the next move? The next move is for price to come down to this area and decide, are we going to go up or are we going to go lower? I think that's going to be decided on Monday. This is the top. Price can come up to 72, give or take, before falling. But yeah. I started today to sell, yeah. I haven't still held. I have seen the lack of a higher high. I have seen the move and the new lower low. And that is my move. If I'm right or wrong, I don't know. I don't care. Ultimately, if we don't do that, if we now make a new higher high tomorrow on Monday, come down here and we start buying, the market starts buying it up, that's fantastic. I will get even more profits then, because I will take my loss, whatever it is, less than 1%, and I will start buying. As long as this price is turning bearish, as long as it's still what do you call it? As long as price is still doing what I think it's going to do, I think it's fantastic. And then it can go bullish and whatever. But no, I did not. I'm not still holding. I started to sell. Right? What else? What else did I short? That was probably last week, where I asked myself, why didn't I sell there? And I can't really answer you. It's just the perfect place to sell, and I didn't sell it. The question is, should I have sold here? I don't like that. I would rather see that, and that is my plan B. And we shall see. Thank you. US dollar CAD. So who shorted it on the move of the Canadian central bank thing? The reason why it didn't make a new lower low, believe it or not, it is because it's seasonally supposed to go up. So I would say, in my humble opinion, okay, I didn't see the lower low, but that's apparently, I only saw that candle yesterday. I was like, great, it didn't make a new lower low. But it's still in a range. So since it still hasn't done anything at all, what are you going to do then? Was there any trades you were supposed to take this week? You could have taken this sell, but that would have made you vulnerable to price to go up here and still be great and still fall. Did you buy here? No, not really. That is still not a good buy because you were still in this range. So I'm still waiting for that to turn out. I have said something about this being the top at 53. Great. Today we got a lower low. Okay. I think so, yeah. Price has now come up to the sell price. The first sell price is already hit at 52.46, and then next it's 53. Do you think that is a reversal down? I don't like it. It's not awesome, but it works out. The question is this a buy price? No, not really. I wouldn't call that a buy price for anything, because we are overextended on the month. We should then start falling. I don't know if we are going to, but it also comes down to this OPEC thing that was surprising the market, setting it higher because it was more cuts than they anticipated. Well, great, fantastic. That has something to do with it. The other thing that I want to point out is, what did it do last year? Around this time, it came up for a sell, and then it just fell. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but I do like that we didn't make a new lower low, and that we made a new high. No, we made a new lower high. Sorry. So we're setting up for the shorter run down. Yeah. So great. Love plans. So what trades did you take this week, people? Gambler, and Stan, Muhammad. What trades did you take this week that you would like to say you're proud of, that you're ashamed of? I don't know if you would share that to me in a private message either, but my point being, the more you can get people, this is actually mentorship then. If I asked you for your trade entries and your plans, this is actually what I do with my mentorship students, or some of them at least. So if I then start talking about your specific trades, which I just opened up for, this is actually coaching. But yeah, cool. You take it for free or not, that's up to you. But let's move on. For Australian dollar yen, on a high time frame, that is a support, price at support. Price came back to this sell here this week. Oops. M3, and then we're now looking to go short again. It doesn't need to happen, but it is what it is, I guess. The other question is this Biden guy and stimulus. That is definitely going to send the market higher, at least dollar going to go lower. But it hasn't had an effect yet. Maybe it makes the profit taking less, because I haven't seen a great rotation lower where we're like taking big stop losses, big profits, which I would maybe expect. But I still see someone took profit. Someone took profit and somebody had a plan. So what we are now, we're just picking up the coins, trying to get the market down, and then we shall see where it takes to higher. Stops at R1, then the target can actually be down to RS1, which is 73. Great. Fantastic. That is a drop of, oops, from the current price. Come on, mate. 266 pips. Great. I think that's fantastic. Did I trade Australian dollar this week? I should have. I can't remember, but I should have traded this one. But nevertheless, if I did or did not, the question is, what do we do now? still valid to do that up to this price at 80.20, but I also think that this is also still valid. This is very valid to sell. I wouldn't be a buyer here for the life of me, because we haven't made a great new higher high. We have just made a higher low, meaning this is turning to the lower side. I forgot pound. Pound. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Pound. So what happened to pound is that it didn't really reach a target. Wow. Okay. Buy. Sell. Nothing. Stop loss. Great. Buy. New higher high. Nothing. The question is, what do we do now? Is that a sell? Is pound coming up for a sell? Ooh, nice. Because as I would say now, we are quite high. I don't know if it's gonna do that, but that's what it sets up. But pound is strong, so it might just go higher. But that's what's technically it's actually set up for. You know what, Gambler? I appreciated you telling it, actually. I appreciate it. But yeah, this is great. So if you bought down here, I would probably take profit. Probably TP now. I don't know if you want to, but I would probably. 137 is a great sell, and we're at 136.82. So yeah, depends what you want to see. Yeah. I probably need to mute that thing. Okay, great. Like, I have nothing else to say there. Like, I believe that we are probably going to have some weakness in pound at some point in life. I just don't know if it's now. And the daily, what do you call it? The moving average doesn't work as great on pound, and pound has nudged higher this week, but it's a bit more stubborn. Can you call it more stubborn? And back in 2009, it really didn't do anything at all the same as what the Australian did. And it really ranged for most of the time where Australian dollar was rising. So I would rather go for Australian dollar, US dollar, and Australian dollar yen when we're starting buying again instead of pound. Even though pound gives you more money for the buck, as in per pip, there's a way more consolidation and up and down and stop losses instead. Right? Pound yen. Ookie. Let's see what we have. Okay. Weekly. How did that go for you? That is one crazy week, I must say. Okay. Price up to R1, rejects back to central, up to R1, back down again. Are we trying to go higher, or is this just a failed trend? I do not like that week. The 3 weeks ago it wasn't great. Last week before that was great. That's a great trade. But I don't like pound yen at the moment. I really don't like it. I guess it's because it's actually going higher instead of going lower. But I would be like, hey, pound yen, go do something else. And what is really the power of your strategy? What is really the power of your mental game? How do you know and how would you understand where to trade next? I've got that question a lot of times. And also, where can you find my entries? It comes down to your process that you have done on demo, that you have done on demo or real trading or whatever. Take New Zealand yen, for example. Okay. We have now since November been above the 100 EMA ever since December, and then back up again. Now it back down below and back up again. Not really anything that will help me a lot for the future. But what if I said, I can see. So what if I said that here I think we're gonna go lower, but it went higher instead? Okay, what did the process tell me? The process told me to sell here. Didn't work out great. The process told me to sell here. Worked out great. The process told me to sell here. I don't know if that's gonna work. But what I do also know that also the other people were thinking, the buyers, they were thinking, what a great opportunity to buy. So right now we are in the middle. This is sellers, this is buyers, and we are in between. This is resistance. This is support. Where does it break out from? We shall see. That's why you need to have a plan. That's why you need to have a direction. That's why you need to have a side and a bias. Mentorship student asked me today, a person in the Discord group asked me today, why don't you just buy and sell? You know where to buy, you know where to sell. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to sell or buy. Because if I sell here and buy here, where would I make my profit? I will either way always lose 50 pips. Because one of them will be wrong. So if I then make 100 trades, I will lose 500 pips. If you 10x, that is then $5,000. I don't like to lose $5,000. I don't like to lose $500. I don't like to lose $50. I want every dollar to work for me. So, what do you do then? The other thing is, see, it has stopped here for some time. Do you know what that means? It is unable to go higher. It is unable to go lower. That is called indecision. Probably when we get a trend on Monday, that would be great. But if we don't get that, but that is your job. That is your job. Let the market do the rest. Hi, people. What else? I haven't got any other requests. Is there any other requests for any other pairs? If not, I will then leave you guys to it. I have a new intro for tomorrow. I have a new logo animation for tomorrow, and I have beefed up, put some money into my YouTube content for tomorrow, so there will be hopefully a bit different view of the weekly Forex forecast. I will try to publish around 4 p.m. my time. I don't know if I'm able to, but I will try. There will be a lot of editing tomorrow. I'm all myself. I'm not making anybody else do it, so I hope to get it done early so that I can do a lot of editing. It will take a lot of time. Editing takes a lot of time for me, so I don't know if I will be up by 7 or 8 tomorrow morning to start doing that for you. I hope you like that, so that we can start the next week even better. Until next time, people, stay safe, have a review, have a journal, go through your emotions, go through your week. I will go to my mentorships now and continue with my journaling, so that they also understand what I have done this week. But until next time, people, boom. Have a great day, have a great night, and I see you next time.